Hello, and this is the Edge Doctor, and today we're going to start our new series on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm sorry if this episode is going to be quite short, and of course it's going to jump a little bit, and that's because Nintendo Switches actually restrict you to recording up to 30 seconds, and I've tried counting up to 25 seconds before I start the new clip, but for some reason it won't record, and sometimes it will capture a photo and not a video instead. But hopefully by next episode it should be working alright. So this is going to be the first few cups of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, of course, the Mushroom Cup, the Flower Cup and the Star Cup, which all of the game is pretty much, it's really cool. And I'm just going to first of all keep this red shell behind me on the second lap here. And of course I'm going to get a blue shell on that last bit of the course, and this is the next course on the Mushroom Cup, and this is called Wasser Park. In German it's actually called Wasser Park, because in German it's a little bit similar to English but not the same, but you can sort of tell what they mean by what was it, Wasser Park, because it's water, and water means, Wasser means water in German. But anyway, I'm going to keep this shell behind me again into the third and final lap. I'm sorry if it's skipping ahead. I just have to keep apologising, don't I? I mean, it ruins the video quite a lot for me personally, but hopefully I don't think you'll mind. But anyway, as I went into the third lap, I think I was doing quite well, but let's see how we get to on this last lap, shall we? And luckily I got a green shell right here, so I can keep any red shells at bay, and hopefully no blue shells come for me. I'm quite far ahead. Look at that, a blue shell's coming through me right now. So we'll get moved on with the ultra drift, which is new to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and wasn't in the other Mario Kart game beforehand, and that can really give you a speed boost. Now this is Sweet Sweet Canyon, and this is quite a good track as well. I think I like this track, and I think the good trick is here is you can do a trick here and then pull down as quick as you can onto track, so you can then pick up the speed essentially. Rather than flying through the air and having the game let you land is so much faster just doing it by yourself and just manually landing as fast as you possibly can. So I'm trying to get as many coins here, and in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and this actually brought up new in Mario Kart 7, sorry, not Mario Kart 8, because in Mario Kart 7 they actually brought in the coin system, and you can collect up to 10 coins, and that gives you a max speed boost of up to probably like 10% or something. I think that's kind of how it works. So the more coins you collect, the more faster you go, and the more likely you are to get ahead of your competitors and eventually win the race. I'm sorry B, but I have to say, can you just set the picture please, because I was just trying to do a race here. But anyway, I think this is a really good bike. This is a Comet bike with normal wheels obviously, and I've got a good glider as well, if I can remember correctly. Hopefully I can see what it is. Oh, I missed that mushroom. But anyway, oh come on, bro, you're really getting away. So obviously, as you can see here, I've got a normal glider here, and that sort of balances everything out for most of the characters. And it depends what characters you play as, obviously. And you want to get some really good acceleration and really good speed, a nice mixture of everything for up to 100, the Mirror Cup, 150cc, but in reverse essentially. And I mean, that was the Mushroom Cup right there. So let's see what we've got in the results, shall we? So obviously I've got 30 coins because I restarted the game, and I've got a 3-star rank, so that's a good start, isn't it? So let's go on to the next cup, which will be the Flower Cup, and I'll see you in a bit. So this is going to be the Flower Cup. Obviously I have to restart the game. I did this on this very same day anyway, but I'm squishing all these cups together because there's not enough footage of it. And obviously on the last cup, the Mushroom Cup, I did Mario, so obviously today I'm going to go in 150C, and I'm going to pick Luigi for this one. So let's see how we do and see if we can get a Death Star on this track, which is going to be Mario Circuit. And I mean, there's quite a lot of Mario Circuits in previous Mario Kart games, but I think, you know, in all the different Mario Kart games in the series, all of them are going to be different. Quite obviously this is in the second track, and I've got the blue shell. Of course it's going to knock me off and slow me down, you know. I'm way far ahead of my other competitors, so obviously the game has to slow me down just, you know, just a little bit here. So let's see if we can get something good out of this item box, shall we? Oh, come on, the coin. Can it be anything better, please? I mean, that's distracting me from going, you know, driving straight. Obviously, it went fenced an eye on the bridge back there. But anyway, let's see if we can make something good out of this, and hopefully we can do something, you know, and hopefully we can get a 3-star ranking on all the cups in 100cc. Because I think, to be honest, 150cc is a little bit too much. Because I played on the 150cc, which, you know, it's just about right. It's a little bit challenging, and I might lose sometimes, but it's not as bad as 200cc, which I've been playing recently. And I've only just started playing that version recently, so I have a way to go. But, you know, I'm getting there, I'm adjusting. I have to turn the auto steering on because otherwise I'm just going to fall off the edge on time. I'm going to lose some distance from all the other people, and I'm not going to get very good on rankings. So, you know, if it's meant to be for the 200cc, you know, it's meant to be, unless if I've got the right car. But anyway, this is Toad Harbor. I think this is probably one of the best tracks in my opinion on Mario Kart 8 as well. I mean, it's really difficult to choose. I mean, obviously on the final lap here, for some reason I missed a jump because I got distracted by the bee. You know, these bees are really annoying. They really want to steal your items, and they really want to, you know, get you off the driving off the cliff or missing a trip jump. And as you can right here, I'm sniffing my nose a little bit because I'm just about recovering from a cold, but I'm getting better, you know, because by the time I'm recording this is winter time. It's quite fitting for this track, which is Twisted Mansion, because, you know, in October, you know, like Halloween and that, it's pretty chilly, and it's, you know, that time of year it's just about to get even colder. So that's about it. So on the second lap, let's see what we can do about this one. And it's very tricky to get a trick on that part of the track just back there with the wobbly, you know, the track actually sort of like ripples, you know, like a magic carpet sort of thing. And I think there's a similar thing on Mario Kart where I can't remember which track it is. I mean, it's been a while since I played it or recorded it, but I mean, I've been narrating it obviously, but sometimes it's hard to remember certain things. I haven't got short-term memory loss or anything. I have pretty good memory. I think I've got better memory than anyone else. But sometimes, you know, some memories actually occupy things that are actually important, and, you know, instead it just gets rid of the unnecessary, you know, like the really necessary memories, and just keeps the unnecessary ones that I don't actually need. But you know what, it's life. You know, what you remember is what you remember. And this is another one of the tracks I remember because I played this more recently. And yeah, this is Shy Guy Falls. This is quite a difficult track and have 200cc on those jumps back there. So obviously I'm going to keep a green show behind me just in case, you know. I mean, fairly enough, these corners right here are quite tight to turn 100cc. But imagine what it would be on 200cc, you fall off right a cliff just like that. But luckily I didn't, so you know, we can get back together and sort this out. So this is the second lap here. I've got 10 coins, so I'm going to go pretty fast here. You know, Usain Bolt with that dab. You know, I've got the dab struts, Luigi. You can do this. Get that coin. You know, I think the coins are pretty much like a free-for-all system. But anyway, obviously I won that track on, you know, that tournament in the Flower Cup. I got 3 stars, and now we're moving on to Star Cup with Yoshi here. Personally, I like the colour, and this is quite a cool cut combination, as you can see. It's you know, it's quite good, but obviously I'm just going to go for the Comet Bike here with the normal tyres and then standard wing. And let me see, yeah. So I'm just going to choose this one because this has that little bit extra kick in the acceleration. So let's start the tournament then. So So the first track is going to be Sunshine Airport, and for some reason this reminds me a lot of Super Mario Sunshine, even though I haven't actually played it myself just yet, but I might do in the future because I've got Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but we have to see about that, hey? Of course we have to see about how we do about this track, so let's see how well I did. So this of course is going to be the final track, or the final lap. Keep the green shirt behind me, and I'm doing quite well so far. The other competitors aren't that far behind, to be honest. And obviously I'm going to do the trick strats right here and right now, and get that speed, like that. I'm going to set the sound horn out the way, because it's about time to celebrate, But anyway, let's hop to the next track, which is going to be Dolphin Shoals. Now let's see how we do about this one, shall we? So this is Dolphin Shoals, and this is quite unique because you can see you've got trick rings there. Got a big massive eel from Super Mario 64 stuff. And I quite like the speed boost on the ramps here because going through the rings, it's just such a joy doing the tricks through that. So let's see how we happen to do on the second lap. On 200cc, what you want to do is cut that corner off as you come off the gliding section now. Because at 200cc, if you land too fast, then obviously you've got to go into the dirt pretty much, and it's going to really slow you down. Anyway, I won that track. As I've got strats there, I was far ahead anyway. And this the second track is going to be, is going to be the Electro. Now this is quite a groovy one, obviously in the music, as you can probably hear. I'm going to have to talk over this because I don't know how bad Nintendo is at suing people over copyright of their music, but I think they're fine. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously because people put it on YouTube, and so far there's not been any copyright strikes as far as I know, unless they actually got permission somehow. I'm not too sure, but talking over Nintendo games, Nintendo are probably fine with that because it's not actually ripping the track from the actual game. But I suppose if you are, and then it's on, it's probably like copyright violation anyway. But I suppose if you put it on YouTube, it's free. You're not actually selling the songs itself, so it should be fine doing that sort of thing. And of course, gameplay videos on YouTube. But if you put it on Spotify or anything like that, you'll get sued a hefty fine. But obviously, I'll just put the screenshot behind me because I've got shell straps. Keep anything away from my backside here. And that's how we do on the final track, which is going to be Mount Wario. Now this is quite a cool track because what I like about this track, it's not like any other track where it's in like a loop. This is like one whole track. So basically what it is, it's like one whole straight track, and along the points on the way it's going to be 3 separate laps. And as you can see going through this bit, it's not going to be good going up those trick ramps like this one right here on the right, because otherwise you're just going to skid off the edge to the left there, and you're not in good opponent to do, and you just lose a lot of time. So just don't do that if I were you. But anyway, they did do this in Mario Kart 7 because that's like the first game they actually came up with this concept. If you ever play Mario Kart 7 yourself, you'll probably know like Mount Woohoo, and I think was it the other one from Wii Sports? I can't remember it. But anyway, let's see how we did on the Star Cup just to finish this off. Well, that's my intro. I'd like to say please ding that notification bell, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe where I'll get this recording sorted out for sure. Goodbye.